Okay, we are making a hand-stitched greeting card today, and it's going to be this gift box, which is great for any occasion, usually for birthdays. It's a fun one to give. So we'll be stitching this today. So first you're going to need your paper cutter, and you're going to need to cut your paper. This is the paper that gets stitched. You can do it on white or, well, any color you want, but it does need to be a thick cardstock, and it gets cut 4 1/4 by 3 inches. So that is your stitched piece, and then you're going to need a some type of device to poke holes on, and this is a cork board, and I just got it from IKEA. It's just a trivet, and you know, when I first started doing this, I was doing it on the carpet, and then instead of one of these, which is an awl, an AWL, it's an awl that you use for doll making and other different things, but it can poke holes, and I used to use push pins for that instead. So I was using push pins and my carpet. So you need your piece of paper, and then you're going to need your pattern, and I cut my pattern to the same size as my card so that I can just put it right on top, and it's already got the holes in it from the pattern that I need, and you can download it from the website. But you just put it on top and lay it down, and then you're going to punch all of the holes. And there's not very many holes in this pattern, which is nice. There are some patterns that I've done that there's a lot of little holes and you have to punch all of them. But that was quick. So you have your punched card, and then you're going to stitch. And you're going to use a needle. It's a cross stitch needle. It's a little bit thicker and it's not as sharp, and it can let all 6 strands of the embroidery floss through. So, and for these cards, you are going to use all 6 strands of your floss. Then you're just going to tie a knot at the end, at the bottom, and then you start. And we're just going to do the box that goes around. So we'll just start at one of the corners, and you're just going to stitch, back stitch all the way through. You got to make sure that the front stays pretty. Doesn't really matter what the back looks like as long as the front has the right pattern on it. So you just kind of go up and down through the holes and until you've got it. Okay, then we're going to take yellow, tie a knot at the bottom of that one, and we're going to make the ribbon that goes around the gift box, and it's just going to kind of make a cross, and then we're going to tie the little bow, and you'll see. So we just start at the bottom center, and there's already a knot here, but that's okay, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you have to tug to get through there, up to the top, and then the side, and over. Okay, now this is kind of the tricky part. We're going to do these 2 top holes at the top, and this in regular embroidery is called a lazy daisy stitch, and with cards you have to do it a little bit thicker because the paper will tear if your holes are too close together. So we just start with this, and then you're going to loop through here and back down, and it kind of gives it a little loop of a ribbon. And then same with the other side, up one, down the other, through the center. It gets caught sometimes. Loop it through and back down. Okay, and then we're done. You just tie it off, and then it will be time to glue. And I mean, as you can see, the back is kind of crazy, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be glued. And when I make a lot of these, I use a spray mount, and I just go in my garage and lay some newspaper down, just turn all of them over, spray them, and then they can easily attach to the paper. But for today, and when I just make 1 or 2 at a time, I just use glue dots. They're great and easy to use, and they kind of give a little bit of allowance for the thick ribbon or the thick thread that's on the back. And then you just get your paper. You'll need a second piece of paper. It doesn't need to be cardstock, but it's just kind of the pretty background to it, and that goes behind. And then we just glue that on top, so we'll just get 4 glue dots. Now we're going to use glue dots to put this onto the card, and you just have your card, and it's just 5 1/2 inches across, just a little bit bigger than than this, and we'll just add glue dots to this as well. You just center it on and you've got your card. Then you're just going to need an envelope, and I just go to the paper supply store and get a box of envelopes, and then I just have them forever, but it just fits perfectly. It fits 5.5 inch card, and you're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was you're able to make your own cards. I know you can do it. They're really easy. These are really super simple to make. You can this one's perfect for birthdays. You can say happy birthday, some sort of sentiment that you want to put. So anyway, enjoy.